I remember. Oh my God, I remember.
What do you remember?
The night Spencer died. It's all coming back to me.
Okay. Sit down, all right? You want me to get some water? You want me to call Dr. Young or something?
No, I just need to say this before I lose my nerve or forget it completely.
You sure? Beginning.
You already know most of it.
Let's hear it again. For the record this time.
Okay. I was looking for Cole because he had missed his community service. I went to the park to look for him, but he wasn't there, so I thought that maybe he would be at the hospital with Star.
You said you didn't think anyone saw you at the park or the hospital. That's how you remember it?
Yeah, I remember seeing Rex and Dr. Miller. They were arguing, I think, but they didn't see me.
Okay. And afterwards you told me you took the stairs to Blair's room.
Yeah, I didn't want to wait for the elevator.
Then what happened?
Then I went down the hall to Blair's room, and I could hear something going on inside, but I couldn't tell what it was. So I pushed the door open and went in, but the curtain, it was drawn, so I had to go all the way inside, and Blair was there on the bed, and she was in her wedding dress. And Spencer was on top of her. She was struggling, but I could tell it was obvious that she had been drugged.
Then what happened?
And I knew I had to stop him.
What did you do when you saw Truman assaulting Blair?
Rape. He was going to rape her.
What did you do when you saw Truman about to rape Blair?
I confronted him. Stop it! Spencer, get the hell off of her!
Should not! What's in the private room? Waiting!
He hit me and he told me that I had to get out, that I was upsetting Blair.
So what'd you do then?
I knew I had to stop him. So I looked around for something and I saw the scissors. And I grabbed them. And I ran towards them and I raised them above my head and I brought them down as hard as I could. That's when I did it.
How do you know you did it?
I know I did it. I killed him.
Do you actually remember stabbing him? Think about it before you speak. You saw the scissors there. You picked them up. And then what?
I raised them above my head and I brought them down as hard as possible.
But you don't remember really doing it, do you? Think. There's more to this. You know it and I know it.
You refused to admit from the beginning that I did it, okay? There's not going to be some fairy tale ending to this.
I can't base a case on your sketchy memory and a serious lack of evidence putting you at the scene.
Spencer was going to rape Blair and I stopped him. I had mean motives and opportunity. End of story.
How many times did you stab him? For that matter, how much blood was there? What'd you do with the blood that was on your clothes? How come you didn't track any blood into the other room? How come it was so easy for you afterwards to go about your business? How did you see Cole afterwards and not mention it to him? Mention anything? Tell me, answer any of these questions. That's all you gotta do. Answer those questions.
I can't!
Yes, you can.
Please,
think.
Why don't you just leave me alone?
I'm not gonna leave you alone. Answer the question. Hey, listen to me. Don't you give up, all right? I'm not gonna give up. Don't you give up.